Nothing beats the ice cold refreshment of a Capri Sun. Annabelle creation. Wasn't this movie like 100% at one point? Wait, what? Where'd it go? Somebody took my Capri Sun. Well, I'm not standing for this. Hello? Anyone out there? I don't know. I don't like this. This is pretty spooky! It's only a copy of The Wicker Man, starring Nicolas Cage. Nothing to be scared of. What do you want? A note? Oh my frick. Get your dirty hands off my Capri Sun, you filthy minion. Quickly. A weapon. Deodorant. Okay. It's time to meet your maker, you son of a banana. I guess it's the end of the hee bottom for you, Mr. Minion. Bottom. Hee. Hey Jordan, you wear that same stupid Star Wars jumper in every single one of your videos. How about a change of wardrobe for once? Okay. Anything for the fans. Hey Jordan, you wear that stupid shirt as well in all your videos. Yeah, well screw you, I don't get paid. Annabelle Creation is a serviceable horror movie. It never tries to really be anything else than what it shows on screen. It never really tries to scare you to the root of your existence. And it never really tries to be anything that would be remarkably memorable. However, every now and then, there is an effective use of lighting and perhaps a nice visual that you grasp onto. And none of the acting is atrocious. Some of the characters are fine and easy enough to grasp onto and understand their motivations and their relationships with other characters. However, when you leave the auditorium, it's most likely that you're not going to have any recollection at all of what their names are, because they're kind of cardboard stereotypes. Yeah, sure, you'll never hate anyone, but no one is interesting enough, and no one is smart enough for you to be really like, hey, if I was in their boots, I'd be the exact same person. Or even say, hey, what they're doing right now in the situation is actually really commendable and brave, and I can really grasp onto what this character is all about. Now, there's no one really like that. They're all just kind of templates walking around the place. There is personality, of course. They do have stuff to them. However, none of them really stand out from the others. There's no real central character, say, to really lead the story. And overall, as I said before, you'll leave having forgotten everyone's names. As for story and plot, there's not really much going on here that you haven't seen before. It's the same kind of possession tale you've maybe seen, but like not fleshed out enough to ever really immerse you in the world or even in the actual story or narrative itself. Hey, there's a creepy doll walking around the place. Oh no, it just sits there sometimes. And these people made a really bad decision after their daughter died. That was spoiled in the trailer. And it's in the first 5 minutes of the movie, so I'm not ruining anything there. And after their daughter died, they wanted to speak to their daughter in some way and still have contact with her. So they contacted a demon. So here we have a group of nuns and a little ragtag team of girls who were out in this house because I can't remember. Does it say here in the synopsis? Oh, they're orphans. Oh yeah. I've forgotten so much about this. It may seem like I'm hating on Annabelle creation. You'll be right, I kinda am hating on Annabelle creation. But really, when I left the theater, with my friend, I went with a friend. The friend was female. Yeah, that's cool. Shut up. I was surprisingly entertained. It's a pretty effective movie for what it does. The director, David F. Sandwich or something, he does a fine job at creating creepy visuals and establishing like very atmospheric sets, and even setting a nice little tone throughout the movie. Just kind of like a nice retro horror feel. And there are creepy things do happen, and they do unsettle you, and sometimes things get tense. And I'm like, okay, well, David F. Sandwich he's doing a fine job. He directed Lights Out. I haven't seen Lights Out. Lights Out was once a short film on YouTube. David came from YouTube. I'm gonna come from YouTube and get really big one day. That's a lie. I'm not gonna get big one day because I only have what 40 views per video. Haha. The overall direction and pacing and lighting, the lighting's pretty good. It all comes together quite well. to deliver, you know, decent setups to scares. The problem is though with the scares themselves, because the majority of them are jump scares, which is really disappointing. I don't find jump scares scary. They're not. There are a few jump scares that I like. In older movies, traditionally, because older movies do it better. I watched Jaws today, and there's a few jump scares in Jaws, and every single one of them got me because they're so clever and they're so good at like jump scares are meant to be like magic tricks. Okay, they're meant to subvert your attention to a certain point and then like draw it back quickly somewhere else, and then have you sort of jump with fear because you didn't know something beforehand, or something has really jumped out at you from a place you weren't expecting to. It's all about attention and expectation. That's what jump scares are all about. However, Annabelle creation, all the jump scares in Annabelle creation are extremely predictable and kind of pandering. It's not a bad movie. It's an okay one. It's completely middle of the road. It's kind of corporate. I don't really know why they need two Annabelle prequels, sequel. Who cares? Even though the first Annabelle movie sucked, I guess they redeemed themselves with this one. I guess so. They still didn't need it. The Conjuring movies, from what I've heard, I haven't seen them. I'm too scared for the Conjuring movies. I've heard that they're really well directed and they're really good, and they're like extremely coherent horror movies, which are a rarity to find in modern day pop culture. And they're directed by James Wan, and James Wan knows what he's doing with horror because he's had so much experience. He started with Saw, and then he had Insidious, and then there was The Conjuring, and there's some other products in there as well. So I don't really know why we need two movies based on a single little doll figure who does nothing and just sits on chairs the entire movie. I don't know how you can build movies around that. And it really shows when the movie's trying to build a story, but you're just kind of like, okay, get back to the scares. The movie knows this as well, because it goes quite quickly through all the narrative sections back to the creepy spooks. The majority of this movie is spent in very dark rooms with nice hinting every now and then, and some interesting paranoia kind of type scares. Not much of it is actually spent fleshing out the people we see on screen, meaning that you think that, hey, well, obviously they're not getting us too attached because they're going to kill them off. But no, spoilers, no one gets killed off in this movie. Well, I mean, there is someone, but who cares? There's only one person. I'm expecting more than that, come on. There's two. Yeah, there's two people. Did I watch this movie again? Oh yeah, kill any orphans. Yeah, they don't kill any. I mean, I guess they were too afraid to kill off their own main characters. You know, they're not really that essential anyway. Which in the end kind of results in a very drawn out and kind of boring and non-eventful climax that this leads nowhere and keeps going on and on for a good solid 20 minutes. And you're like, I've already seen so much scare stuff in this movie. All this kind of hyper intense scare stuff now isn't really working. You could have paced this better, and you could have added a better story structure. There's a thing out there called story structure, and it's like it's usually composed of 3 acts. This movie probably has 3 acts in there if you can find them out. They're not very well pieced together though, and the movie isn't paced the best. When you're watching it, it doesn't seem like it's paced that badly. However, when you get to the 3rd act and you're like, oh, I wish they hadn't spoilt their load in the first, half an hour. I'll tell you one thing though, Annabelle was not spilling her load anywhere because she didn't do anything. It's a gimmick! Annabelle's a gimmick! James Wan probably knew that when he was doing the Conjuring movies. He probably purposely had her do nothing, but just had her in the background as a creepy, like, possessed doll thing. Didn't do much, but there was probably other factors that were creepy. However, when you focus your entire movie on a gimmick, it doesn't make for a very interesting movie, okay? It really sounds like I'm hating on this movie. I guess I am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across that way. It's just happening. There's a lot of flaws in Annabelle creation. There's a lot of bad things in Annabelle creation. It's like still an entertaining watch. You don't get that bored watching it. It's a little bit of a thrill ride, I guess. It's just your classic haunted house movie. However, it's really not much more than that. And Annabelle creation, I'm just going to give it a C+. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this video up as quickly as possible because I know my videos are getting too long these days. 32 minutes on the Emoji Movie review. Not a good idea at all. No one watched that. No one thought that was a good idea. Not even me. C+, Annabelle creation. Go see it if you want to. You might be entertained if you're a fan of horror. I'm usually a fan of horror. This is the worst horror movie I've seen to date. Because I don't watch very many bad horror movies. And I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe, please. Tell your friends about the channel. Share it on your social media accounts. And tell your... You know what? School starting next week. Go into school and say, hey, you know what? You know what, Mrs. McAllister? You should really watch Jordan McPhil and myself. He makes some really good content, and it will completely blow you away. And he's a really modest guy. I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what the next video will be. It'll probably be a review of some kind. I don't have a schedule. I need help. But anyway, that was up. I'll see you in the next video. I've already said that. Okay, goodbye.